everyone. So sorry for the delay on our side. We seem to be having some connection issues. I'd love to blame the weather situation that we've got going on here in Cape Town. Who knows? It might have something to do with it. Our speaker is Sidonie Tshitita. She's going to be joining us momentarily. But I thought I would give everyone an opportunity to start sort of looking at the questions and thinking about what they would like to ask her. She is an extremely qualified individual, and she sort of she has so many titles. So I was really excited to do this introduction with her, and I will, momentarily. But basically, Sidonie is a food scientist. So she works as a quality assurance manager, but she's a food scientist, and that's kind of cool. But she also has her own YouTube channel, which I checked out the other day, and she calls herself a biofood tech. She's a biotechnologist and a food technologist also. So we're very, very excited for the opportunity. Once she comes on board, we all know it's Monday, and these things are always tricky when you're trying to deal with situations on a Monday. So maybe we can start with, if anyone has any questions with regard to Gradlink, because I am at least equipped to answer any of those questions for you. The people in the seminar, I see there's quite a few of you. You should have some sort of a idea of what it is and what we do. And I see, thank you very much for the audience members and assisting me with this now. Pella would like to know how often we do these webinar series. So we do these webinar series every week on Mondays between 5 and 5:30. But what's really, really great about the webinar series is that we sort of live stream them straight to our YouTube page. So if you can't attend the actual webinar on the Monday, and then, anytime, you are more than welcome to go check out our Gradlin page. It's literally just at Gradlin. That's our handle on YouTube, and you can check it out. So yeah, the reason why we're doing these seminars is because we realize that our audience, which is students and graduates, they have these ideas of careers and what they want to do. And they want to get a better idea of how it is that these careers that they wish to pursue actually work. So, what's best than to actually hear it straight from the person's mouth? So we keep inviting all of these professionals, and these professionals kind of go, okay, cool. This is literally how it is to work in this particular industry or profession. This is the hard truth, and this is why we're doing it. So it's sort of like a virtual job shadowing, if you want to call it that. And that's definitely the reason why we're doing this. So we have another audience member who's asking, what careers do you cover? We will cover any career that you feel you want. So our email address, the best way to get a hold of us is support@gradlinc.co.za. If you actually check out our YouTube page or our website or our social media, we're very heavy on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, X, all of it. But if you see that there's something we haven't covered, please go ahead and pop the support email address. Please pop the support person an email and tell them what careers it is that you want, because we don't want to do this for anybody else except for yourselves. The entire reason that Gradlink actually exists is because we want to actually help students and graduates find employment and make you like the best students and the best graduates when you find the job. So I am just going to go off screen for 30 seconds and see if I can't get Sidonie back on track. Again, apologies. These things happen. I could blame, like I said, the Cape Town weather or just the fact that it's Monday. But if the audience could excuse me for 30 seconds. do is we're going to keep the session a little bit shorter today. And what I would love the audience is to continue just asking questions about Gradlink. If I think about it, this is actually a really good information sharing session then, because, you know, there's all of these platforms out there and we often get a lot of questions like, who is Gradlink? What is it that we do exactly? So let's take this opportunity because it seems that unfortunately Sidonie might not be able to join. If she does, that would be absolutely fantastic. I see there's some sort of thing that's going on. Sidonie, are you here? Not exactly. Okay, so while we're still dealing with this whole situation, I have an interview coming up. How can I best prepare? So the most important thing that you said there, Mupelo, is prepare. So don't assume, even if you are the biggest extrovert on the planet, that you are actually able to I think Sidonie is with us now. Sidonie, can you see my face? But I can't see you yet. Okay, so Mupelo, on your question, interviews coming up, how can you best prepare? If you Google interview preparation questions and you keep it simple, Sidonie, it is such a pleasure to finally see you. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. And how are you, Priya?
I'm very, very well. Thank you. You know what? I was just telling our audience members that we're going to blame this on the weather, on the fact that it's Monday, but I'm so sorry that you had some connection issues this afternoon.
I do apologize. Yeah, I do have, I can see also connection is slow, but it's getting better. And just getting to connect was also a mission where I had to change devices.
Oh, no, man. Yeah, no, you know, it's Monday. That's the problem, right? It's got to be that it's Monday. Okay, so I am going to just have a very, very general conversation with you. Unfortunately, this session does one way or another end at 5:30. So let's just talk and let's start at the point that has been fascinating me the most. Your career, what you do is a quality assurance manager, but when I checked out your bio on LinkedIn and your YouTube page, you're a food scientist, you're a food tech, you're a biotechnologist, you're a biofood tech. Let's talk about that journey. What is it that you do?
Okay, so I did biotechnology. I hold a national diploma in biotechnology. And I actually completed my biotechnology in 2012. And I worked from 2012 to 2015. Then I thought I needed to further my studies. Then I went on and do quality engineering. So that's what I did.
Okay. So where did you study and finish in 2012 and where did you do your qualifications? Which university? Sidonie?
So my biotechnology, I completed it in Vaal University of Technology in Vanderbilt Park. And the quality engineering, I completed it at CPUT. Can you hear me, or are we having a network issue?
We're having network issues, but don't worry about it. I am catching what you're saying. There's a little bit of a delay, but the signal is intermittent, but it's all coming through. Don't stress about it. Okay, so after you finished your qualifications, what was your
just to quote on what I said, I completed biotechnology in Vaal University of Technology and quality. I think you were breaking there.
Maybe we should try and switch off our cameras. Perhaps that would help.
Are you saying I should switch off the camera?
Yeah. Can you It's not working. Okay, that's not a problem. So where are you currently based as a quality assurance manager?
Okay, Priya, did you mute me now? You just unmute me. Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Sidonie.
Okay, I didn't get your question.
Based now as a quality assurance manager.
Okay, so currently I'm working for Twiza. Twiza is a big company for manufacturing of soft drinks. And I'm working there as a quality manager. I'm managing 2 laboratories, microbiology laboratory and the chemical as well. So I'm also managing the quality aspect of the products.
Oh wow, that's very exciting. Maybe we can talk a little bit about your day-to-day duties with managing both of the departments.
So to be quite honest, I don't have a daily schedule, so to say. I adapt my schedule based on the production need. We run Monday to Monday. So on a daily basis, there's different needs. But above those needs, there's specific things that I need to attend to on the daily basis. And that is like site inspection that need to happen. I do it daily. And I also get to do the investigation of customer complaint, of non-conformances, and I also drive the reports on that. And I also get to trend results. So all the non-conforming results, we trend them. And by trending this, it's also some way, somehow give us a trigger if we're having a problem in the system or not. So that's something that I get to do on day to day.
Okay, that's very exciting. Sidonie, maybe we can talk about the soft skills that you think are very important with regard to anyone who would be interested in pursuing a career similar to yours.
Okay, so when we're speaking about soft skills, we look at something that can improve the skills that we need in the industry. The first one, I will say, being friendly and approachable. If you are friendly and approachable, it's going to help or open the line of communication. So as a person, you need to work on yourself to be friendly and approachable, because communication skill is very important. And when you're approachable, anyone can come to you and report or communicate important information that you actually need in your career line or at work.
That's so true. Nobody wants to work with people who are just like sort of guarded and unapproachable because it just makes life so much more complicated. So obviously then that means, yeah, communication and your sort of ability to relay information to people would then just be equally important as being an approachable person, would you say?
Yes, and another one which I think which is very important, especially if you wish to work as a quality manager one day, you need to work on, like, you strive to be honest, because the food safety will be in your hands, and people consuming that product will be relying on the decision that you make day to day. So you need to strive to be honest so that people can trust that you are actually releasing a safe product out there. So honesty is also one of, I will call it, soft skills or quality that one needs to work on.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. You're actually in such an important industry. If you think, if you know, if we all had to think about it, like if we don't have people with ethics and morals and integrity in your industry, that's where we have situations like we've had previously with regard to foods coming out into the industry that have caused some health issues. Sidonie, it seems like there is quite an interest in our audience with the questions with regard to internships in your industry. Maybe we could just sort of jump into that a little bit. Maybe we can talk a little bit about what your experiences are with regard to internships, or any advice that you have with regard to internships.
Okay, so I'm just gonna start with my example. I was fortunate to have a broad exposure in the company that I did my internship. They gave me the opportunity to work in micro lab for 6 months and also work in chemical lab for 6 months. And while I was working in the chemical lab, I was given the opportunity to do line inspection at the same time. So that gave me exposure like to work in 3 departments at the same time. But you will
Wow.
find some companies don't have that opportunity, but that should not stop a student to reach out for those opportunity. And as a student, I saw myself reaching out for more responsibilities. I'll go to my manager and ask if they need assistance to do certain things. So when I finished my internship, I was able to do customer complaint investigation because I assisted my manager on that. I was able to investigate non-conformances because I used to assist them on my own time. Like I reach for those responsibilities. So that is something that I will encourage students. When you are given an opportunity, if there's no much to do, reach out for more opportunities to your seniors. So they will always delegate, and that's how you get to learn.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You've got to have sort of like a self starter attitude, even from an internship level, to show your employers and your mentors that you actually care and you want to work, essentially.
That's true.
Yeah. Sidonie, tell me, how would my audience members find such internships that we're referring to? Is it easier to approach the companies individually, or are they more likely to advertise these internships on different platforms?
Well, I know universities do assist students, but the student also need to keep in mind that you are not the only student in your class, and you might not be the only one that will be selected. So, as much as the university is assisting you, you have to do some work as well. Go on LinkedIn, go on Gradlink. You go on
Nice.
Indeed. You need to subscribe to these websites. You have to. I saw you guys also advertise quite few of internships. So students need to be more familiar with Indeed, Peanuts, and approach companies. Don't shy away to approach companies. You'll never know the opportunity. I got my opportunity to approaching companies. I never gave up.
Yeah. No, that's so important. You need to sort of dig your heels in a little bit, you know. But let's talk about that a little bit more. So, the students and the graduates, they approach the company, they've got to be a little bit firm, not disrespectful, but definitely firm. And then let's just say now they get to the interview stage of everything. Do you have any advice for students on what to do and what not to do at the interview stage in your industry?
Okay, so something that I wish someone had told me as biotechnologist is the fact that a lot of people sitting in quality manager position are not really much familiar with what biotechnology is about. If I knew that information, I was going to create a cover letter with at least a brief information about biotechnology to give them a clue of what we do. So
Yeah.
most of the time, they don't give biotechnologists an opportunity to do interview because they are not aware. They confuse us with biomedical students. So when they see a biotechnologist, they think this person belong to in pathology lab or belong in the hospital, whereas we belong everywhere as biotechnology students. We are food technologists, we are food scientists, and yes, we can also work in the pharmaceutical industry because we did such a broad subject that cover us everywhere. So it's important that biotechnology, more specifically students, cover all the information, especially about their major subject in their cover letters, so that they help the person selecting the CVs to select them as well when they're applying
Yeah.
for internship.
Yeah. So it's interesting that you say when you studied biotechnology, you need to be very specific in your cover letter because there's sort of like a wide array of areas, that you actually fall under as a biotechnologist. What other career opportunities are there for students who have studied biotechnology?
Oh, there are plenty. The biotechnologists can work in the medical device company. They can work in the pharmaceutical, like BioVec. There's Cipla, there's Aspen. They can work there in the quality
Yeah.
department. We also belong into food because our major subject are microbiology and biochemistry. So currently, I'm managing a microbiology lab, and those were my major subject is biotechnologist. So they can also work where there is lab, like your microchem, SGS, Media Nutriscience. They can also search for opportunity there. So we we almost everywhere. We actually fit in everywhere, so to say. Yeah.
Okay. Well, just for the sake of our audience members, if you have any specific questions with regard to what Sidonie just told us in the various industries and fields that you can go into or career opportunities, I did mention the email address earlier on today, just before Sidonie came on board, so you can reach out to us. Sidonie, we don't have that much time left, so I wanted to speak to you specifically with regard to your advice that you have for students who are just completing their degrees in biotech who want to pursue this career. What advice would you give them on sort of hanging in there and keeping it going?
Yeah, I have to say that especially those one who just finished, you have seen a lot on Facebook. They somewhere giving up on internship search. They mustn't. They need to understand that all these companies are not hiring people at the same time. So they should keep applying. The opportunity will come their way. So they say good things come to those who wait. So it's not a bad thing to wait. Maybe a good opportunity is the one that is waiting for you. So don't give
Yeah,
up on searching. Keep updating your profile on LinkedIn. Tag those managers.
yeah.
Just
So it's
you must just tag them. Ask them for opportunity. I'm sure, like politely, you ask. I don't think they'll get annoyed or irritated. You might never know. Maybe they're looking for someone and they see you sliding into their messages and they just call you for the interview. So they shouldn't give up on looking for those opportunities. They've already done their work by completing their studies. So now it's time to find for work opportunity and not to give up.
Yeah, absolutely. Persistence is key, correct? If you really want it,
That
you
is
have to
true.
do what you need to do to actually get through with it.
And I think one more thing that I would like to add: when you get that opportunity, please make the most or the most of it, and give that company a chance to hire you. So when the company give you a chance, do what you can so that they take you permanently. And if the opportunity open, they should look at you and say, this is the person that we want to keep.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got to show that you actually want the job. Sidonie, unfortunately, we've run out of time, so I just want to use these last 30 odd seconds to thank you so much for coming on our webinar series. We really do appreciate it. And I'm so sorry for all of the connection issues at the beginning, but it's been such a pleasure to have you on board. This has been such an interesting conversation that we've had this afternoon.
And thank you, Priya, for inviting me. I wish the network was could have done better, but at least we've done it.
No, absolutely. And the
Thank
students
you for
have
the
the
opportunity.
information. Yeah, the students have the information now, and we are very, very happy to reach out to you in the future via email. If there are any follow up questions, you'll definitely be hearing from me.
All right, thank you. I will appreciate that. And I'm here to guide anyone who need information.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Sidonie. Have a good evening.
You too. Bye.
All right. Bye.